Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to 6,000 and Below, where I take a look at games that are ranked 6,000 or less on Board Game Geek, a fantastic website that has all kinds of information about games. And these are in the middle, right? There's 50,000 games reviewed or so, but there's only 13,000 or so that are ranked, so this is somewhere in the middle. And I'm just going to talk about the games I know about and tell you if they are good or not. So we're jumping in here at 6,401. Now, if you were paying attention and have been following along in this series, you'll say you've already mentioned Martian Chess, and last time we remember specifically you mentioning Age of Dirt. Well, that's true, and that's because I'm not recording all of these in a single day, and so as the days go by, these rankings get changed slightly, so you'll see some slight movement. But I can start talking here about Mythic Battles and Roadsters. So Mythic Battles is a game. This was from Yellow, and they were planning. I knew when I played this and when you saw it, they were planning on this becoming a series, having these warriors run around a battlefield. I don't know if it's because there was no miniatures involved, which kind of helps, or you just had to keep looking at the cards all the time for special abilities, but it didn't take off. I thought it was fine, not great, but fine. Roadsters. Now, you talk about a game that I think if I could get a copy of this might be one of my Grail type games to get a copy of this. Because in this game, you're racing around this track with these cars, but you're flicking this ball, and the ball is called a Z ball, and so it's a weighted ball, and so you can curve it if you flick it correctly. It doesn't spin. It is not just a ball that bounces all over the place. This ball will stay on the track. And so it's actually a pretty nifty thing. And we see these cars, you can jump over other cars by using another car as a ramp. So like I said, this is the kind of game that I would love to get back in my collection, put in Dice Tower library. All right, Final Fantasy trading card game. That did not do very well, did it? Dune, the dice game. Camel Up off season. We talked about that last time. Not very much to do with Camel Up. Well, this one looks interesting. Max the cat. Is he being friends? This looks like a little kid's game. All right. Here, Kitty Kitty. I remember when this one came out because it's a game that's full. Look at all those cats that are inside this from Fireside Games. I never actually played this game. I don't think I did. But look at all those cats that come in that box. All right, Word Slam Family. So Word Slam is a party game that was very, very popular for a brief amount of time, then it kind of faded off. Done by the Brands, some of the most prolific designers in the world. And what you're doing is you're trying to get people to guess words by showing them cards. Oddly enough, there's not a single image here on this thing, but I can show you in my review. You can see what the cards look like here. So you're going to have a bunch of cards, words that you're guessing, and then you have a big giant stack of cards, and you will be playing these cards in front of people, in front of your team, trying to get them to guess what there is. Then we have, let's see, Chick-a-Pig. What is this? I want to see this game. Anyway, moving on. Nyctophobia. So I remember this game also came out around the same time as the one I just mentioned. Nyctophobia, if you've never played this game, this is a game that was designed, the lady who designed it, she wanted her uncle, I think it was her uncle, who was blind to be able to play a game, and that's the way this game is. All the players except one have their eyes closed, and they're feeling around trying to move on this board, and one person's eyes are open, and that person is the murderer and is chasing them. It's about as close to kind of scary as you can get in a game. It's not an amazing game, but it's a really cool design, and I'm glad that it was made. Let's see here. Hierarchy. Reign of Witches. Wait, what is this? Adams and Hamilton strive for dominance during the Quasi-War. What? Oh, it's a free game from Hollandspiel. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So this is not rain. This has nothing to do with witches. It's just a name of it. I see. There's slanders and things like that. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought it was some kind of weird alternate history, like Abe Lincoln versus the vampires. Ruby Combat Ready. This is a game I never played. I went and watched an episode of the show. Did not really care for it, but I know this game for a while was very, very popular. Just because, hey, if you like the show, you wanted to get this game. Alrighty, Monuments, Wonders of Antiquity. This is a game from Stefan Risthaus, and you're building monuments here on this board, and I found it to be absolutely dreadfully boring. This was a Mayfair game back in the day. Ninja versus Ninja. So this game, which came from Out of the Box Publishing, and they also made another game called Pirate versus Pirate, and you could mix them in between. I remember that very specifically. And you just have a bunch of ninjas on the board running at each other. This is when Out of the Box Publishing was nearing their end. This is one of their last games it did. Cute ninjas, very simple game. Klondike Rush. This is a game in a Ryan Laukat game. This is one of the few Ryan Laukat games I did not like. It's kind of it's not actually his game, I think. A stock market game. That's what it is, essentially, up in the cold. And I just didn't find it to be enjoyable. No, it was his game. Sorry, it was his game that he designed. But I just didn't care for this one. Netatanka is another game that I almost liked. This is a worker placement game, if I remember correctly. And you are trying to place stuff so that you score things in between. Where is the images of the game? Why are there only boxes? Huh. That's weird. Like, where's the pictures of the games? It was Netatanka Deluxe Edition. That one's probably ranked higher. Yeah, this one's ranked 2000. I guess I rated the wrong one. Yeah, you're placing stuff, and then you would get the things in between your workers if possible. It was an interesting idea, but it just missed the mark for me about being something I want to keep playing. Zoo Break. So this is why I'm doing the list, because of games like these. To go in here and find this cool little cooperative game most people haven't played, where animals are escaping a zoo and you are trying to stop them. So much fun. Great for families. A good little cooperative game. The Rocketeer, Fate of the Future, one of the last games to come from Funko. And it's a two-player asymmetrical game. One person's the Rocketeer, the other person is Neville Sinclair, and trying to stop each other. If you love the movie, you'll want to play this game. El Bulo, I've not played this one yet. This one came out this year. That's a 2024 game. Assault on Doomrock Ultimate Edition. Cosmic Run Rapid Fire. Tumbling Dice Medium? Okay, so it's kind of like a Tumbling Dice, but a smaller board. All right, if you have less space in your house, that might be a good thing to get. Tumbling Dice, of course, is a great game. Briefcase. Oh, I remember playing this game. This is one of the first games I played from Artipia. It's kind of a deck building game, and I did not care for this one at all. I wanted to like it, but you're just trying to... There was too many symbols. It didn't play very smoothly. It just did not work. Super Scrabble. Super size Scrabble. Well, that's not that interesting then if it's just a bigger size. Let's move on down here. Rail Pass. So Rail Pass, this is a game where you're delivering goods in 10 minutes. Oh, that's right. A cooperative game. Wow, talk about a game I completely forgot about, but I remembered as soon as I see it. See those big trains with the cubes on them? You would pick them up and pass them to other people without spilling them. You had 10 minutes to get a whole bunch of stuff done. This was a very esoteric game that I enjoyed, but you can see not a lot of people are going to want to play it. There's Suro Phoenix Rising. I never did play that Suro. I thought I played it maybe or at least I watched it played at a convention one time. Then we have the Funkoverse strategy game Golden Girls. This is definitely one of the Funkoverse things that people like the most. They like the fact that Golden Girls were in it. It was so ridiculous and so silly. And they're some of my favorite characters in it. Hack Trick. Hack Trick is let's see if it's from Mind Fitness. What are you doing here? Deduction. You're trying to find a password. And you're adding numbers to a sequence. It's been a while since I played this one. Oh, that's right. I like deduction games where you're adding numbers to sequences. So that I'll have to give that one a whirl again. I played that in 2018. Galaxy: The Dark Ages. This is a long time since I played this one. A lot of people have not heard about this game. So Colossal Arena, or it was actually called Titan the Arena. Titan the Arena is a game from Reiner Knizia, very simple. Well, Don Greenwood got involved and added special powers, everything, and put it in space. So if you ever played Titan the Arena or Colossal Arena or the newer version of Colossal Arena, this is like that, but in space with special powers, and it just went way over the top. Equinox, by the way, is the newest one. But man, I completely forgot about this game. I remember playing it thinking, wow, this is a game where too much is too much. Galaxy: The Dark Ages. Fold it. You need to fold your fabric as fast as you can. This obviously did enough. You can see it's re-implemented twice by Battlefold and Magic Fold. I believe I reviewed all three of the games, but essentially, you need to show these three things. Fold your little silk handkerchief as fast as you can. Al Capone. Walk and roll. So here's another very nice roll and write where you're running a restaurant. Now, oddly enough, Walk and Roll is a game I usually I give a 7 to, but with its expansion, which was Walk and Roll, it was basically the Korean expansion. What was that called? I'm looking to see if there's expansions here. It doesn't mention it in this spot. Here it is, expansions. The Korean Wave. So if you look at the Korean Wave, I gave that one an 8.5 because it took the game and kind of upped it a little bit in complexity, and I already really liked the theme of it. Hey, more Funkoverse. Now we're at Jurassic Park. And so you have two Dr. Ian Malcolm and the T-Rex, the smallest T-Rex you'll ever get in a game. But hey, Funkoverse now is a T-Rex. Volda, Bang the Dice Game, The Walking Dead. I never played that one. Airs Anno 1701. It's another one I've never had one. Guild Academies of Valeria. Did I not play this one? I feel like I reviewed this one. And I never gave it a rating. Well, off the top of my head, it's a 7. But I'll have to go back and look. I remember enjoying this one a lot, actually. It's probably an 8. I'll give it an 8 and come back and change it if that's wrong. But I'm pretty sure, well, my rating is my rating right now. And right now my rating is an 8. Don't second guess yourself, Vasel. All right, well, cool. I'm glad I came through here and saw that. Savannah Tales. So Savannah Tales, most people have heard of the game Snow Tales, a racing game. And this is from the Lamont brothers who designed this one. I actually think Savannah Tales is better. Now, it's not really a looker, but it's a game in which you're running around a track with these ostriches. It's an ostrich racing game and trying to avoid predators and watering holes and things like that. I just thought it was a fun, light game. It's also the first game I ever played at an Essen fair. All right, potion making practice. I don't even know what that means. It's been a while. This is 2005 game. You're studying for school, get potions that you need to... All right, moving on. All right, Rolling Japan. So Rolling Japan, and they remade it, Rolling America, Rolling World, Rolling USA. Hisashi Hayashi, I like this one. Straight, kind of bingo-esque game where you're trying to write numbers in and not run out of spaces to write numbers, but I like it. Steph Hodge did very well, apparently, in this picture. Well, there you go. All right, let's see here. We have Bits. So Reiner Knizia made a game called Fits, which was Tetris, the board game. So then he made Bits, was kind of the same thing, but now with two players. I mean, with two, this is almost like a Dr. Mario, I suppose. It's not very good. I did not like Bits. Fits is fine. Bits is not. Witch Triangle Chronicles, Waters of Nereus, Way Out West, and Gestures. So Waters of Nereus is a small game from Dr. Stephen Finn, where you're moving around on boats here. Dr. Stephen Finn makes a lot of little cool games, and this is one of them. I enjoyed this one. It doesn't look very exciting from the box necessarily, but and the components are okay, but it's a fun little game. Way Out West is possibly the first worker placement game. In the year 2000, Martin Wallace made a game, and in this game, I remember very distinctly, it's definitely the first worker placement game I played. And and you were placing workers in different spots. And I was like, wow, so you put a worker here and you get to do that action, and then no one else could do that action, and you were rustling cattle and everything. This game has not aged well. I would not play it today, 24 years later, but it was neat that it came. I have a soft spot for it. Gestures is, well, it's like charades on speed. This is a very popular game. This new cover is terrible. This is not like the original cover was great. I don't like this party game, but I know a lot of people do. All right, what do we got here now? Master of the Galaxy and X-Bugs. So Master of the Galaxy is you're expanding and moving out through. I did not like this one at all. Meh. X-Bugs is basically Tiddlywinks, but with special powers. So I remember it was recalled Micro Mutants. That's the renaming of it. But let me see if I can find this would be your army. See all these little bugs here, and you have dice and all kinds of things, and then you'd be snapping these and moving them and trying to land on top of other players' bugs and do damage to them. Very stupid, but I enjoyed it. I wouldn't mind if this one came back in print. Here's Card Wars 6th edition. I never did play it, although I read all the rules. I built cars for this. I got it in and looked at everything. I thought it was really neat, but I just never got around to playing it. I don't think it's my speed, but I thought it was cool looking. Lift off, get me off this planet. This is another one that I think is a missed game that a lot of people don't see, where you're on a planet and you're just trying to get your people off. In every game, there's several ways, whether it's a rocket ship getting off, a slingshot to get off the planet, teleportation. There's different ways, and you are attempting to get your people out before the planet explodes. It's a silly little game that I enjoy a lot. Dorf Romantic, the duel, this one still cracks me up, that this very light, fun game has a duel. Kodinka. This is a game I've not played. I think someone else at the Dice Tower must have played Kodinka because I've heard about it a lot. I guess Sam reviewed it. All right. And let's see, just a couple more games in this 100. Woodlands and Barrel Dice. So Woodlands is, I like Woodlands. Woodlands is a game in which you are placing these clear things on top of a board. You're moving through different boards each game, and there's a moving maze, and with these clear tiles that you put on top and trying to figure out the best way to get there. It's a pretty clever game. I like it a lot. Barrel Dice. I don't remember Barrel Dice at all. When did I last play this? 2013. So it's been a while. It looks like you're rolling dice. Oh, I do remember this now. You're rolling dice, but they're barrels. That's almost good enough. This is from Playtee. I haven't realized Playtee's been making games this long. Or this might be their... Oh, this is their new version of it. Barrel Dice. All right, well, there you go, folks. That is another 100, or almost 100 games that we've gone through. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Vasel, and this is The Dice Tower. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video from the Dice Tower. Hey, you want to learn more about us, communicate with us? We have a Facebook group, we have a Discord channel, lots of different ways to get involved with the Dice Tower. You can find that in our Linktree link below. So just click that, it will take you and you can communicate with us on Facebook, join our Facebook groups. There's lots of cool things that you can find and become part of the Dice Tower. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Vasel.